It's that time again. It's time for another virtual model railroad show. I love showing off you guys' work and showing off all of your model railroads. Let's get into it.
This video is brought to you by Model Railroad Academy. Model Railroad Academy is your online resource for model railroad instructions, ideas, and information, with loads of tutorials and articles for model railroaders of every skill level. One of my personal favorites is Alan Keller's Great Model Railroads series. It is just so much fun to look at all of these different model railroads from all of these different great model railroaders and just get inspiration from those. Plus, you can find tutorials on everything from bench work to electronics to scenery, all sorts of things there. The first 1,000 people to sign up at the link in the description below will get a full year of premium membership to Model Railroad Academy for $1.49.
Hey everybody, my name's Jimmy. Welcome to Coffee and a Train. Today I'm still drinking some of that store brand French roast coffee. If you want to tell me what kind of coffee you are drinking and have it featured just like these guys right here, you can do that in the comments below. And who knows, you might see your name pop up on an episode of Coffee and Trains. Also, this is the monthly viewer model railroad show. I show these off. If you want to submit yours, you can submit it to the email in the description below, and I'll talk more about that at the end of this video. Cheers, guys. Ethan Stevenson sent this submission in.
Ethan's layout is this lovely in-scale layout. It has a lot of buildings, a lot of cool things that he can do right here. I love all the industries, and I also love this detailed cliff that he sent in as well. This is just a really great layout. Good job, Ethan. I love seeing all the love and work you have put into this. It looks great.
Rick Hubber sent this one in.
Rick's layout has a lot of cool scenery with it, especially this farm scene. This just looks really neat. I love all the detail. I think it's a 3D printed silo right there. That looks really cool. I love seeing the water tower, the Spring Hill farm sign right there. And then one other thing that he has done with this is he's also lit it up for night running. So great job, Rick. Love this.
Check out this railroad from Chuck Ravert.
Chuck has a T-track module here, and if you can't quite figure out what this is, let's zoom in on one part of it. Yep, this is a tornado module, and I think it's a really good one too. I love seeing all of the detail that he has done on this. I think the tornado looks really good. Looks like it's made of polyfill. He also has pieces of debris coming off the house and all sorts of things. And me not only being a model railroad nerd and a sci-fi nerd, I'm also a big weather nerd, and I was fascinated by tornadoes ever since I was a kid. So this is a module I've actually considered doing something like this, and I think it's just a really great and well done module. Chuck, I really love this.
Check out this railroad from Charlie.
Now Charlie's setup is a little bit different and interesting. You can see that he has it set up underneath his TV and above the fireplace. I don't think I've ever seen this before, and I'd also like to comment that he has excellent taste in what he is watching on TV. Just want to say that. But he has all sorts of setup. This just looks like a fun little train setup. Obviously not too serious of a rivet counter layout, but just an interesting layout. I've never seen anything put underneath the TV like this, so it's just cool.
This submission is from Eric Smith.
Eric definitely has a West Coast vibe to this. You can see the Pacific Surfliner right here, and a lot of other stuff. It's got that beach theme, has those palm trees. This is something that you actually don't see as much as I thought you would with how popular model railroading is in California and the West Coast. Got a lot of cool details on this layout. Have this nice little bus station, these condos, these beach condos. These look really cool. He also has some of the Eve model houses, which I actually have on my layout. And these are just really good little kits to build if you ever need them, by the way. They're just really nice that way. And this is just a fun looking little layout. Looks like you had fun with this, Eric. Great job.
Check out this one from Chris White.
Chris has a bunch of details in his layout, and just so many details. He sent me a bunch of pictures, and I just picked some of the best ones. I love seeing all of these little details right here, loading stuff up. For some reason, I really like this industry right here. I can't figure out why. It just looks real to me. And this is another scene. Got a beach scene right here. Just a ton of details that he has put in on this layout. Great job, Chris.
Don Yingling sent this one in.
Don has the Codorus Valley Traction Company, which is this streetcar line, and this is a photo of it, and he also sent a really good video in it. I really like this. It shows what you can do in a relatively compact space, and here is that video that he has sent in, and it's very obvious to see that he's done a lot of really nice, neat work on this. I love the little town scene. Everything that he has crammed into a relatively small space Just looks really, really good, and you should be proud of this, Don. This looks really great.
Nicholas Vetter sent this one in.
Nicholas is off to a great start. He's 15 years old, and he's already done a ton of great work on his model railroad right here. You can see that it just looks like he has really got a hold on doing scenery and everything. He also sent in a couple videos of trains running on his layout, including this Amtrak right here. And he's done a really good job of getting that scenery in. He's better at scenery than I was at his age. So definitely keep it up, Nicholas. You're doing a really good job. I can't wait to see what you're able to do with everything here. This just looks fantastic. Great job, Nicholas.
Check out this model railroad from John Frangella.
John's layout is a switching layout, and he has a lot of action in a small space. Now, he's not quite finished up the scenery, but still, he has a ton of action. Just look at all of this. This is phenomenal. These are some of the buildings he has to work as industries to do some of the switching. He's got just a lot of potential for a lot of really cool scenes, and you can see he's already starting to get that going. He has this overpass that goes across everything and just looks really, really like it's been really well built, and it's really well done. And of course, he also has it wired for night running, so he's getting all of these lights in place. So John, you're off to a great start with this. I can't wait to see more from it.
This is a submission from Not Gavin.
Not Gavin's layout has a lot of action in a small space. He's got that Kato unitrack, and he just has a lot of different details and things going on here. He's also got a lot of train action on this layout, and it just looks like he's having fun running this. So I just got to applaud it, because this just looks like he probably sits back, relaxes, and enjoys running his trains, because he's got a lot of them, as you can see on this. I love seeing the nice backdrop. I love seeing the trees. I love seeing the mixture of eras in power. Now, I know that sounds like some people are like, you want everything to be the same era. Of course not. It's your railroad. I love seeing the steam right next to the diesel. I love seeing the transition era diesels and the modern diesels. Just looks like you're having fun, Gavin, and that's the most important thing. Great job.
Love showing those off. If you want to submit yours for 2025, we've got 2024 pretty much full. You can submit that at the email in the description, and all I ask is that you have at least one photo of your entire setup or a large section of your setup in case it's a large railroad. If you can just send that in so people can have an idea. Photos are okay, videos are okay. I do ask, if you can, turn your phone sideways so that it is horizontal. That makes it easier to edit on here, but if you've already got vertical videos, I can make that work as well. If you want to submit those, you can send those to the email in the description below. Photos and video, like I said, are welcome. Now, next month is going to be the final month of the viewer model railroads for 2024. We're going to do the best of for December, and we're also going to have the voting for the viewer model railroad of the year coming up towards the end of this year. So all those submissions are already in, but if you want to get in for 2025, you can definitely do that. In the meantime, you can check out some of these model railroad businesses.
Mini Prints creates 3D printed detail parts, figures, and animals that make your model railroad layout come alive. Get 15% off with code DIY15 at miniprints.com. Scaletree.com. Scaletree.com makes hero and forest trees for HO and N scale. They also do custom trees for custom orders. Check them out at scaletree.com.
Big thank you to Model Railroad Academy for sponsoring this video. Definitely check them out at the link in the description below. Until next time, I'm Jimmy from the DIY and Digital. Stay safe, be kind, drink some coffee, and happy railroading.